welcome everyone to the very first lecture of CA Final regular course in 100% English delivery for my dear South India students. Now, when it comes to audit lectures, alright, first let me write the name of the subject. So it is paper 3. You call it as advanced auditing. You call it as advanced auditing, assurance and professional ethics. Oh my God. So the moment students hear about this subject, okay, so they feel like, my God, this is the killer of group 1. This subject is the subject where everyone says that, if the only subject that can create distance between you and chartered accountancy degree, then that is audit subject. But let me tell you, I am here to prove that particular equation wrong. You can check on my YouTube from the very South India segment itself. Alright, I have featured that video on YouTube also, where student has converted her 27 marks to 73 marks, student named Shobha Shri. Alright, so it is okay, you can do it. If she can convert from 27 to 73, alright, then in your first attempt itself, you can also target 70 plus marks. Whenever I put feedback videos on YouTube and stuff, I rarely put videos of rank holders, alright, because my 100% belief is that rank holders will score rank even if we don't teach, okay. It is possible that instead of AIR 5, they may score AIR 10 or AIR 15, but they will score. But I really believe that professors and coaching is required for the students who are little underconfident and who feel that, oh my God, alright, and little scared, okay. So if you go to my YouTube, you will always find videos of such students who have a comeback story, alright, who have converted their failures into exemption, and that should motivate you enough that this subject is not the killer. Okay, I am not going to give a long introduction about myself that you can check in my YouTube channel, The Audit Academy, because I know that your time is very precious, especially when you are struggling with your articleship and when you are struggling with so many subjects at once. Okay, so we will come straight to the point because I love to discuss the subject. Students, when it comes to paper 3, advanced auditing and professional ethics, there are total 19 chapters. Alright, you can create this as your first page because this will become your target page. Okay, you can also start writing with me. So total there are 19 chapters. These 19 chapters are divided into 2 parts. When it comes to standards, you had standards in auditing at inter-CA level also. Don't worry, I will not assume anything. I will start from level 0. Okay. So you had standards topic in your inter-CA level. At final CA level, obviously you have more standards. And total 11 chapters are based upon standards. And these 11 chapters, they cover 46 standards. Alright. Yes. Which I will introduce. My first lecture is on standards, don't worry. Then the balance 8 chapters, they are other than standards. Okay. Now, if you go to the ICAI website and if you actually check the weightage given by the ICAI, I don't know whether you have done that or not. We'll just do it once. They have uploaded this document where they give skill-wise weightage. Section-wise, skill-wise weightage. Here it is. So this is your FR, then you have your AFM, and then you have your audit. My dear friends, it is very important that you observe these things in the first lecture itself. Alright, so that there is no issue. You are understanding the strategy that we are going to use. Okay, now if you see this particular weightage PDF, so they have combined first 11 chapters. First 11 chapters they have combined and they have given a weightage of 45 to 55%. Alright, first 11 chapters combined. Let me tell you, that means it will be of 50 marks. 50 to 52 marks, that is what I have seen on an average. Alright, I have seen this of 50 to 52 marks. That means when it comes to standards, you please write 50 to 55 marks max weightage. This is going to be your impact. 50 marks minimum, don't worry. because the other 8 chapters which are on non-standards, in that also there are few concepts which are mixed with standards. Alright. So normally we see the impact of 50-55 marks of standards. In the last few attempts, I have seen impact of 52-54 marks when it comes to standards. Okay. Now when it comes to the 8 chapters of non-standards, I'll take you back again over there. Everybody please wake up. Alright. You know, I really feel very sad when in the last lecture, students ask, sir, now what should be our strategy? Arey Baba, if you know audit subject, strategy is something that needs to be done first. Alright. And then the execution needs to happen. So in the very first lecture, we are going to lay down our strategy. Okay. Now when it comes to the other 8 chapters, okay. If you see there, they have given some chapter wise, section wise weightage. One topic they have given separate weightage, then 2-3 topics they have combined. Alright. Then again, you know, they have given one topic separate weightage, but something that should really blow your mind. Out of the 8 chapters of non-standards, there is one chapter called as chapter 19, Professional Ethics and Liabilities of the Auditors. You see weightage of 17 to 24%. And let me tell you, this chapter normally, let me be very frank with you, this chapter normally in the last few attempts has had an impact of 16 marks. Alright. They are not asking of 17 to 24 marks. Okay. But it has had an impact of 16 marks. So, if I divide these 8 chapters of non-standards into 2, if I write professional ethics, I'll put 16 marks over there. Okay. Then, other 7 chapters will have a combined effect of 30 to 35 marks. You can consider plus minus 5% over there. So I think you are getting a fair bit of idea about how we are going to go ahead with this, where our maximum time is going to be invested. Our maximum time is going to be invested because this is a very problematic topic for the students, and that is standards. Alright, or to remember the points, to answer the questions. Alright, I know that everything creates a lot of issues for the students, and because I have 11 plus years of experience, that also with final CA. In my entire career, the first batch that I took was of final CA. Then I started inter CA later on. Alright, so I have spent enough time with final CA students to understand their issues, and we are going to resolve them, don't worry. There have been enough students who have scored 70 plus marks under me. May 25, one student scored just recently scored 87 marks, which was 4 marks more than AR1. Now, professional ethics, 16 marks. Again, we'll spend a lot of time over there. And don't worry, it is a very interesting chapter. And the good news is that from this chapter, you can score 16 on 16. Alright, because it is provision based. Okay, so you can score full marks over there. And then there are other 7 chapters of 30 to 35 marks. Normally this part is very much ignored by the students, and since last 10-11 years I have seen this, that this part being ignored by the students, it creates a lot of problems, because there are so many direct questions, less difficult questions asked from this part, but when students ignore it, alright, then it creates a lot of problems. And when you are taking a nice regular course from me, we are not going to ignore even a single line, not even a single question. Alright. Now, when it comes to your study material, so you are going to get 3 books from my side. One is Standards and Auditing book. Second is Non-Standards and Auditing book. Now I think you can understand because I gave you division of the syllabus. Alright. And third is the question bank. Your question bank contains study material questions of the ICAI. Acha, when you look at the study material question of the ICAI, there is in between you will see this test your understanding questions. Alright, yeah, after 2 to 3 pages, after few concepts they have given it, and those questions are awesome questions. I really respect the ICAI for creating such wonderful question bank. Alright. So study material of the ICAI, we are covering all test your understanding, test your knowledge questions. Then all illustration questions also, don't worry. Then we are going to cover questions of last 11 attempts. 11 attempts, previous year questions, RTP and MTP. Alright, that much we are going to cover, and because this is regular course, we are going to cover every single question that you see. Yes, you heard me correct. Okay. In fast track, out of this question bank, we cover 60 to 70% of the question bank. Balance is given homework to the students. Alright. Whereas in regular course, we cover the entire question bank, because that is why students are taking regular course, because they want to finish the entire subject in the lectures itself. Alright. Now, apart from this, this question bank also contains MCQs. Limited MCQs, let me tell you. The entire module, alright, whatever case scenarios are given in the module, whatever MCQs are given in the module, those MCQs are covered in this question bank. Okay. Also, from November 24 attempt, Institute started publishing the MCQs. Alright, publicly they started sharing the MCQs. So after Institute started publicly sharing their MCQs, alright, so those MCQs also we have started covering up. Alright. Apart from this, if you go to my Telegram channel, which is Audit by Pragnesh sir, okay, you will see something very unique. If you go to my Telegram channel, you will see something very unique. Sir, what is that unique thing that you are going to tell? You are going to see on every single chapter, on every single paragraph, we have developed case study based MCQ. Alright, and we have uploaded it on our Telegram channel. This process is still ongoing. Alright, as on this date when I am taking this lecture, so I think out of 19 chapters, maybe around 7-8 chapters we have already uploaded, and every day we are uploading 5, 10 MCQs. Alright. So now what is the wonderful thing that you can do? For example, if I say that, okay, chapter 1 is over. Alright. Then in that case, you can just, when you are traveling, when you are not with your books, okay, you can just go to my Telegram channel, okay, and type that chapter number and solve the MCQs. Let me tell you, if you solve all of those MCQs, it is covering every single paragraph of the module. So if you cover all of those MCQs, that means your 100% module is getting covered. I hope you like this idea. Alright, so you are going to, once you are a part of my ecosystem, you will get continuous updates from my side, and something continuously will be given from my side. Sir, apart from this, when it comes to the revision part, sir, we are taking your lectures, but it becomes very difficult to retain audit subject. Okay, like because you would have faced this even at inter-CA level, that retention part is little difficult. Then in that case, sir, what are we going to do? Listen to me. For every single concept, for example, if I am teaching standard on auditing SA 505 external confirmation, alright, then for every single concept, we are going to develop handwritten summary notes in the lecture. We are going to develop handwritten summary notes in the lecture itself. That will really give you confidence of revising it in very short time. Okay. And you will love those handwritten summary notes. Don't worry about it. Second, if you go to my YouTube, I have created a separate playlist, alright, which is in 100% English delivery. Let me tell you, as on this date when I am developing this particular lecture, alright, because I already had Hindi English playlist, alright, but I have created a separate playlist of 100% English. I think 4 or 5 chapters are already uploaded in 100% English in that revision videos, and within the next couple of months also I may be continuously uploading more revision videos over there. Alright, so that is one area through which you can also revise. Okay, then apart from that, if you go to my Telegram channel, Audit by Pragnesh sir, and if you go to the documents part, the files part of that channel, alright, then you will see lot of pocket notes. Sir, what is this concept of pocket notes? Alright, so for every single chapter, whatever questions are there in the ICAI module, only the module questions, All right, only the module questions, whatever questions are there in the ICAI module, only the module questions, that I have converted into pocket notes. For example, if one question has 4-5 paragraphs of the answer, all right, I know as a paper checker, I know this, that on which word or in which line they are going to give you the marks. All right, that if you have seen paper checking, then they will just underline one word, tick that, and then give you 1 mark. I know that word. So what I've done is that in the pocket notes, I've ensured that I retain only those words, all right, which are very, very important for your exams. So if you go to my Telegram channel, you will see the pocket notes of every single chapter. I repeat, of all the 19 chapters. And that will help you to revise module questions. Even if you want to revise all 19 chapters module questions in half a day, it is very much possible for you to do that. All right. So that is one way of revising things. So handwritten summary notes, my YouTube playlist which is in 100% English, my Telegram channel pocket notes, all right, this will continuously help you to revise. But it is also very, very important to practice. Oh yes, sir. Very important to practice. Now don't worry. I have an in-house test series team. So when it comes to practicing, there is nothing better than test series. All right. I'll give you 5 unit-wise test. Okay. And I'll give you 1 full syllabus test. So my test series, you will get suggested answers with marking scheme, but because you are regular course live batch students, this facility is only for regular course live batch students. All right. For all the students who are only for recorded batch and stuff, they will get suggested answers with marking scheme on which point or in which word you will get your marks. So you can self-evaluate. And if you want, this is for recorded lectures. And if you want, my input, then you can use my doubt solving mechanism and I can give you the inputs. But for all the students of recorded lectures, I will not check every single answer sheet. Even if some professor is committing that, mostly it is done by their juniors. All right. So frankly speaking, it is a scam. No professor will check every single answer sheet. So I will give you question with suggested answers, marking scheme. You can self-evaluate. You can join my doubt solving sessions, take my input. That is for the recorded lectures. For the students who are attending live, I need to give them some more benefit. So for the students who are attending live, they can submit their papers. I will get it checked from my test series team. I will also evaluate that. All right. And then we will give you the feedback. But this is only for the students who are attending live, where the Audit Academy, that means my team and myself, will check the papers and give you your feedback. All right. Because I need to incentivize the students who are attending live. So this is what is going to happen. So you can always ask my team for if you are a recorded lecture student and if you are looking at this video and you don't know from where to access the test, you can always ask my team on WhatsApp. This is my team's number. All right, this is not my number. For all admin issues, this is my team's number. You can put it on WhatsApp that please submit CA Final latest test series. All right, and they will submit it to you. Okay. Now, sir, when it comes to doubt solving by Pragnesh sir, not by my team, but doubt solving by Pragnesh sir. Okay. Then in that case, relax please. This is my WhatsApp number. Okay. When you WhatsApp any doubt on this number, you will get a Google form link. You have to submit that form, because what happens is that in case of WhatsApp, if I don't put a system, then I get more than 800, 900 messages in a day. Then I end up losing those messages. All right. So that is why there is one form that you have to fill. When you WhatsApp, automatic reply you will get about one form. You have to fill up that form and within 48 hours, I will give you the reply. This is for the recorded lectures students. The students who are attending live, I can always unmute you after the lecture. We can always have a conversation about 5-10 minutes. All right. And we can always resolve your doubts. And if you are attending live, you can use the chat box during the lecture to ask the doubts, and I'm always there to reply. I keep on reading the chat box, so don't worry about it. You want to have a conversation with me, then in the break time or after the lectures, I will unmute you and we can have the conversation. All right. So this is your entire program. Now, whether your attempt is in 2026, 2027 does not matter, but this is the program. Acha, now listen to me. Before every attempt, now for example, let us say for example May 26 attempt. So before every attempt, around Jan 26 or so, okay, I'll be coming up with a study plan for that particular attempt, but that will be uploaded on my YouTube. All right. So attempt wise, 3 months before the attempt, what you're supposed to do, I'll be coming up with a study plan. So you can just follow that plan with targets and stuff. Because when you are looking at this lecture or when I'm recording the lecture, I don't know who is from which attempt. All right. So I would not like to give any one study plan. So whenever you are from whatever attempt, all right, you have to follow my study plan, which will come with targets and tests and everything, and your matter is done. So from day one itself, I am giving you the entire roadmap till the day of your exams. All right. And I am there with you. I will ensure that you clear your audit paper. For the students who know me, they are very well aware that I will not leave my students. All right. 1 or 2 times in between, I had faced some medical emergencies. But even after that, I extended my entire support to the students. But yes, apart from that, in my entire career of 11 years, all right, you will never see that Pragnesh sir has not responded or Pragnesh sir is not taking our care. Don't worry. I have a very big stomach. I am not showing it in the camera. All right. What is the meaning of this very big stomach? That means I have a lot of appetite to adopt all of you. So you are my children. Don't worry. I will ensure that you clear this paper. Okay. Now, since you have got the entire roadmap, now let us ensure that we start with the subject. Yes, so everyone, you can please remember your own God. All right. I will start with Ganpati Bappa Moria. And I'll start with the subject. Okay. Chalo. So now everyone over here. We are going to start with the very first topic, and that is standards. Auditing and assurance standards, or let me be very clear, engagement and quality control standards. Okay. Listen to me everyone. Before I start with this, I want to clear one very basic concept. So, a CA in practice, no need to write this. A CA in practice, he provides lots of services to his clients. Alright. So, whatever service you provide to your client, we call it as an engagement. Alright. Engagement means arrangement to do something, correct? Now, everyone knows that the engagements are divided into 2 parts. One is assurance engagement and second one is non-assurance engagement. Okay. Students, before I start anything else, I am just randomly saying the name of, the practical assignments. You tell me whether it is A for assurance or NA for non-assurance. So in Zoom, you have to keep on chatting with me, okay? So A for assurance and NA for non-assurance. All right. Chalo. Tell me, statutory audit. Obviously A. Income tax return. NA. Obviously, income tax return is NA, non-assurance. Acha, merger and acquisition advisory. NA, non-assurance. Even if you go wrong, it is okay. Keep typing. Okay, keep chatting. That's fine. All right. Now listen to me, everyone. I am giving you one more example. Tell me whether this is A or NA. Okay. So Alpha Limited appoints CA Raju. CA Raju is a practicing chartered accountant. Okay. Now, what Alpha Limited wants from CA Raju? Alpha Limited wants that CA Raju should verify the accuracy of trade receivables. Alright, for this, CA Raju will send confirmation to the debtors. CA Raju will verify bank statements. CA Raju will reconcile with goods dispatch notes. CA Raju will also reconcile with entries in the GST portal. CA Raju will also reconcile with the customer statements. And then CA Raju will submit. A report on accuracy of trade receivables to the CFO of Alpha Limited. Alright. Understood what CA Raju is going to do? Yes? So tell me, this is A for assurance or NA for non-assurance? This is A for assurance or NA for non-assurance? Very good. Mostly students have typed A for assurance, but there are a couple of students also typing NA for non-assurance, and let me tell you, this is a non-assurance engagement. Sir, why? Sir, please explain, sir. Okay, don't worry. That is why I will come into the picture. Na? If you answer everything correctly, then I will lose my job. Alright, so don't worry. This is a non-assurance engagement. Now let me tell you something, the biggest misunderstanding amongst CA students. CA students feel that, not only CA students, many chartered accountants also, they feel that whenever a practicing CA is checking anything, alright, is checking anything or he is verifying anything, then that is an assurance engagement. The answer is 100% wrong. Now let me tell you what is an assurance engagement. In assurance engagement, client will give data to the CA in practice. Alright, I'll give time to write this, don't worry. CA in practice will check the data. He will obtain sufficient and appropriate evidence. He will express his conclusion or opinion. Then he will prepare a report. This report will be submitted to the client. Alright, but listen to me very carefully. This report client is going to submit to the third party like government, bank, lenders, shareholders. Alright, and listen to me. This report should increase the confidence of these users. Who are these users? Who are these users other than the management? That means when I express an opinion and my opinion can increase the confidence of the government, my opinion can increase the confidence of the shareholders, my opinion can increase the confidence of other lenders, that is when I am giving you assurance. That is when I am giving you assurance. Assurance means, come on, say it with me. Assurance means increasing the confidence of the intended users other than the management. Come on, tell me. Assurance means increasing the confidence of the intended users other than the management. One more time, assurance means increasing the confidence of the intended users other than the management. I want a confirmation. Are you understanding this? Yes or no, sir? Now let me go back. Tell me, when I was discussing this particular assignment, has Alpha Limited given data to Raju? Yes. Has Raju verified the accuracy of trade receivables? Yes. Has Raju checked the bank statements, the confirmations? Yes. But at the end of the day, Raju did not express any opinion at all. He just said that, okay, this is 100 rupees outstanding from this debtor. Whether they are showing a true and fair view and stuff, that kind of opinion was not expressed. And even if the opinion was expressed, all right, report was given only to the CFO. It was an internal report. It was not meant for any kind of third party. Are you getting my confidence? Yes or no, sir? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that is why this is a non-assurance engagement. Because it is very important as CA Final students that you start on the right note. This is very important for my subject, that you understand the difference between assurance and non-assurance engagement. Why statutory audit is an assurance engagement? Because report is meant for the shareholders. Alright, why income tax return is non-assurance engagement? Because it is just an internal signing that, okay, this is the certificate, that's it. It is not any opinion or given to any third party for increasing their confidence or anything. It is just a data preparation, data certification work. Are you getting my point? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. So, my dear students, this is the right way to start. Okay. Please write down. Just put a star and write down assurance versus non-assurance engagement. Okay. So, first lecture and stuff, first couple of lectures, in fact, first 3 lectures, we are going to discuss all of these basic concepts. Then we will start with chapter-wise standards. Okay. CM practice, engagement with the client, assurance, non-assurance. Alpha Limited appoints CA Raju. CA Raju should verify accuracy of trade receivables. Confirmation to debtors, verify bank statements, reconcile with goods dispatch notes. So he is actually verifying lot of things. But just because he is verifying that does not mean it is an assurance engagement. Submit a report on accuracy of trade receivables to the CFO of Alpha Limited. Recorded lectures, mostly students just fast forward this copying thing, and that is where the problem is. You have to write something. You have no idea how big this will become by the end of the subject. What if I tell you that on similar lines there was a very heavy question in May 24 attempt? Just that a student had to identify whether it was an assurance engagement or non-assurance engagement. Every single thing that we are doing in the lecture is very important for exams. Done? Okay. See, I will just maintain a particular speed. If you feel that you are missing out on anything, then you have to write W. W means wait. And if you feel that you have already written it and still I am going slow, then you write D. D for done, so that I will come to know that, okay, I have to finish this. Okay. So Y for yes, N for no, W for wait, D for done, and L for lag. So this is a non-assurance engagement. It is a non-assurance engagement. Why? Why it is a non-assurance engagement? For that, we should know what is an assurance engagement. Now, why I said that this was non-assurance engagement? First of all, there was no opinion in this. And most importantly, there was no intention of increasing the confidence of the other users. So this is an assurance engagement where the client will submit the data. Yes, yes. Shall I move ahead? Wait, okay, okay. All right. Chalo, done. Now listen to me. Now I will enjoy introducing the word standards to you. All right. So everyone over here. First, hear me out, please. Introduction to standards. Okay. So, the ICAI. I hope you are aware about it that the ICAI is a member of IFAC. IFAC is International Federation of Accountants. Just like how we have World Trade Organization, World Health Organization, alright. Similarly, we have International Federation of Accountants, which is headquartered in USA, and 132 jurisdictions in this world, alright, are following the accounting and auditing policies and standards which are issued by International Federation of Accountants, alright. And the ICAI is a member of it. International Federation of Accountants has created IAASB, which is International Auditing and Assurance Standard Board, and that is why the ICAI has created AASB. Alright, and that is Auditing and Assurance Standard Board. You know what? You know what? The lectures, I know I am very much motivated for taking 100% English lectures of South India batch. I'll tell you why. Because the same lectures are used by students in Australia who are doing CPA. Because 85% syllabus is the same of the standards, alright. And luckily my app is also downloadable in Australia, which I realized later on when I got an inquiry from there. So I am very much motivated to take your batch. Sir, what you are trying to say from this? What I am trying to say is that when you go for foreign courses, alright, like CPA, ACC and stuff, you don't have to take coaching again for audit because 85 to 90% syllabus will remain the same because most of these countries are members of International Federation of Accountants. Alright, now everyone over here. AASB has issued engagement and quality control standards. Alright, these engagement and quality control standards are divided into 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 5 categories: SQC, SA, SRE, SAE and SRS. Alright. Now I am going to introduce you one by one, category by category. Okay. So everyone, please copy this much so that we can copy, when it comes to category, you will write along with me. Alright. When it comes to category, you will write along with me. Come on, come on, come on. No screenshots, no screenshots. You will write it, you will write it. If you follow my plan, you will never sleep in the lecture because every 5 minutes I'll keep on making you write something. But when you start taking screenshots and when you don't write, then you will doze off. So I want you to use your hands for the right purpose. Done, 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 done. Come on, come on. Keep writing. Yes, sir. Done. Chalo. Now everyone over here. When it comes to engagement and quality control standards, I said that it is divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 category. The very first category is SQC. Full form I think you are already aware of. Standards on quality control. Alright. Sir, you know what? In SQC category, they have issued only one standard because one standard is enough. What is the main purpose of SQC category? SQC category has been created so that if I am the main managing partner of the firm, then across my entire firm, across all the engagements, what should be the quality control policies and procedures that is given by SQC. You know, SQC is just like parents. Let us say if there is a family which has 5 children, alright, which is very rare nowadays, but let us say if there is a family which has 5 children, you know, mother and father will have same kind of instructions for all those 5. If any stranger offers you biscuit, don't have it. Alright, so SQC is something like that. Whether you are in assurance engagement, non-assurance engagement, no matter whatever you are doing, it has some very standard quality control policies and procedures. Team should maintain ethics, team should document, perform proper work, review the work done by junior should be reviewed by senior, such kind of points. Alright, so everyone over here, standards on quality control, it talks about quality control policies and procedures across all engagements at overall firm level. So it will not talk about any one assignment. Alright, these are general instructions across all engagements. Quality control policies and procedures across all engagements at overall firm level. You know, my dear friends, for SQC, standards on quality control, they have given one chapter, that is the very first chapter of your module, only for quality control. And you will be surprised in every single attempt, May 24, November 24, May 25, alright, they kept on asking from quality control chapter. Not even a single attempt they have missed out. Alright, so it's going to be very interesting. Then next, SA, that is standards on auditing. Alright, everyone, come on man. Just in accounts, like, hey, you have done inter-CA standards auditing, so I think this basic you are aware. Just like in accounts, how you have accounting standards. Can I say in audit we have standards on auditing, yes or no, sir? Now tell me whether my statement is correct or incorrect. C for correct, I for incorrect. Okay, participation mode on. So yeah, no, I will now ask the statement. I am going to now ask the statement. Okay, now everyone over here. So let us say this is my statement. Standards on auditing are applicable only for audit of financial statements. I repeat, my statement is standards on auditing are applicable only for audit of financial statements. That means no other audit, internal audit, concurrent audit, no other audit. Only for audit of financial statements. Is my statement C for correct or I for incorrect? C for correct or I for incorrect? I said standards auditing are applicable only for audit of financial statements and no other audit. Okay, mixed answer. Today I am testing all your basics. Na? Okay. Inter-CA, you studied 8 chapters on standards, you don't know for what it is applicable. That's okay, don't worry. That is where I earn my income. Now listen to me. Standards auditing are applicable only for audit of historical financial information. Don't even say audit of financial statements. That statement can also be wrong. Only for audit of historical financial information. Please understand, students, this is just my rough work which I will give you later on, don't worry. So no need to copy. Financial statements are also 2 types. One is historical financial statements. Second one is prospective financial statements. What you study in your accounts and FR paper, alright, that is historical financial information, something that has already happened and then the balance sheet P&L is getting created. Alright. But what you see in Shark Tank India show, alright, or when you pitch to the investors and stuff, or in the prospectus offer document, okay, what you see is prospective, future, projected financial information. Alright, let me tell you, standards auditing are not meant for this. So if you are a practicing CA and if you get an assignment where your client wants you to check, prospective financial information, that is something that is going to happen in the future. You cannot use SA category. There are other standards for it, but not SA. SA category is only for, come on, tell me. SA category is only for, come on, tell me. SA category is only for audit of historical financial information. Alright, and no other audit. Internal audit, there is a separate standards on internal auditing, which is created by Internal Audit Standard Board. Alright, concurrent audit, it is run by RBI and mutual fund insurance industry. They have separate circulars for that. Okay. Tax audit, there is a guidance note by the ICAI for tax audit. Alright, the entire tax audit runs based upon that particular guidance note. So let me be very clear. Acha, forensic audit, we have separate forensic accounting and investigation standards. Alright, so let me be very clear. Well, standards on auditing are not for all types of audit. They are only and only for audit of historical financial information. Alright, next, standards on review engagement. Acha, any one of you from this are doing articleship in audit of listed entities? Audit of listed entities? Any of you? Audit of listed entities? Okay. So tell me, when it comes to listed entities, I think you are aware about it, even if you are not doing articleship in audit of listed entities, that quarterly financial statements of listed entities, as per SEBI guideline, quarterly financial statements of listed entities are not audited. They are just reviewed. Alright, so there is a difference. Yes, LR, limited review. Very good, Praveen. So there is a difference between audit and review. Standards on review engagement are applicable for review of historical financial information. Standards on review engagement are applicable for review of historical financial information. Now, what is the difference between the word audit and review? Again, this is my rough work. We can do it later on. Audit versus review. Alright. In audit, you conduct a high level of examination. Obviously, not a guarantee. In audit, there is no guarantee. But you know that there is a high level of examination. In audit, at least we provide reasonable assurance, which is a high level of assurance, but not a guarantee. That much I know you recollect from your inter-CA level. Alright, that in audit, we provide reasonable assurance. However, when it comes to review, it's a moderate level of examination. There are fewer procedures than audit. And most importantly, in review, we give limited assurance. Sir, can you explain in English example the difference between reasonable assurance and limited assurance? Alright, let me be very simple first. Complicated stuff I will teach later on. Alright, let me be very simple right now. So let us say, if I say that, in my opinion, Raju is a good boy. This is positive way of saying things. That in my opinion, Raju is a good boy. Alright. You know the same line how I will say in limited assurance. With the limited time spent with Raju, I can say that Raju is not a bad boy. Here this is the clear difference. Where I am saying that in my opinion Raju is a good boy, that means I am positively saying things. Alright. On the other side, I am saying that with the limited time spent with Raju, I can say that Raju is not a bad boy. Alright. Or I can also write it like, nothing suggests that Raju is not a good boy. Alright. Sorry, Raju is not a bad boy. Nothing suggests that Raju is not a bad boy. That is how also we can write it. So I will not say Raju is good. I will say that Raju is not bad. Alright. This is the difference between reasonable assurance and limited assurance. Sir, for students who are in statutory audit articleship, and that also in listed entity, they may find my last 5 minutes as very childish. Alright, that's sir, yeah, come on man, what kind of English you're using. But listen, when I'm recording the lectures, when I'm taking the lectures, I have to understand that there are people from tax background, advisory background who may not have done all of this. So when I will start with very simple words and then I will make it technical, because I can't assume that the person who is hearing this video is from statutory audit articleship. Alright. So everyone over here, this is the difference which is also seen in the audit report and review report. When you download audit report of a listed entity, you will clearly see that in our opinion, to the best of our knowledge and information available with us, financial statements of the entity show a true and fair view of the state of affairs as on year-end profit and loss and cash flows for the year ended. However, if you see the review report of a listed entity, you will clearly see that with the limited review, they will use this word, with the limited review, nothing has come to our attention which makes us believe that financial statements are materially misstated. That means with the limited examination, we have not identified anything which makes us believe that there is some problem. But I will not say that everything is good. I will just say that as of now, nothing is bad. I want a confirmation. At least are you understanding? I am not saying whether you are remembering. At least are you understanding? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. So the best example is quarterly financial statements of listed entities. They are reviewed but not audited. They are reviewed but not audited. All right. Next category is SAE. I don't think I will have space for SRS. I think I'll have to write SRS separately. I am using the space for SAE. SAE categories standards on assurance engagements. Standards on assurance engagements. Students, look at this. Standards on auditing. Audit of historical financial information. Okay. Standards on review engagement. Review of historical financial information. So one thing is very clear, that in SA and in SRE, both of them, we are examining historical financial information only. In SA it is audit, in SRE it is review. So now institute was bored. What is this historical financial information, historical financial information, historical financial information? I need something different, bro. So they said, okay, SAE, standards on assurance engagement. Here you will provide assurance on information other than historical financial information. You will provide assurance on information other than historical financial information. Sir, one example please. The best example for this is assurance on, now life completes the whole circle, prospective financial information. Assurance on prospective financial information. Prospective is not history, it is future. So what is going to happen in the next 12 months, the entire projected cash flows for the next 12 months, something that our investors require. All right, such kind of stuff. Assurance on prospective financial information. Done everyone? Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Okay. Now listen to me very carefully. In SA, come on, MCQ. In SA, we provide which assurance? Reasonable assurance. Alright, high level of assurance but not a guarantee. In SRE, we provide which assurance? Limited assurance. Limited assurance. In SAE, Standards on Assurance Engagement, we provide which assurance? I have not explained. Don't try to answer. I have not explained. Sir, why you have not explained? Listen to me very carefully. There are 3 standards in this. In SAE category, there are 3 standards. How many standards? 3. And all 3 have different level of assurance. Understood? So I can't have one uniform answer. I can't have one uniform answer, okay, for SAE category, because there are 3 standards and all 3 have different level of assurance. So let me put it in this manner. Let me put it in this manner in front of you. That when it comes to assurance levels, SA is reasonable assurance, SRE is limited assurance, SAE can't say right now because there are 3 standards and there are 3 different levels of assurance. So I can't say right now, alright. But when I actually explain SAE category, at that point of time, I will surely explain in every single standard what they have written, okay. Now everyone over here. Last category, that is SRS. I am just writing separate notes for SRS. Last category, that is SRS, Standards on Related Services. Last category, that is SRS, Standards on Related Services. Students, you will enjoy now the explanation of Standards on Related Services because you will truly understand this. Standards on Related Services, these are services to assist the client. We are just assisting the client over here. There are 2 standards in this, SRS 4400, SRS 4410. Sir, can you explain more about these standards? I will explain later on, obviously, when I get into the category. But let me give you a very important explanation that in both of these standards, there is no assurance engagement. Non-assurance engagements. Very important MCQ. In SRS category, there is no assurance engagement. These are non-assurance engagements. Students, when I started the lecture, I mean the conceptual explanation. First 20 minutes, I was just explaining all the technical part. But when I actually started conceptual explanation, I gave you this example of CA Raju, right? This entire example of CA Raju is a module example of the ICAI. And this example is covered in SRS 4400. That later on I will explain why SRS 4400. But you need to understand that this is a non-assurance engagement. This is which engagement? Non-assurance engagement. So we will just give ourselves a reminder. We will just give ourselves a reminder that example of CA Raju verifying accuracy of trade receivables, that is there in SRS 4400. Non-assurance engagement. So SRS category, these some very basic services to help the client. Like for example, let us say if you are not the auditor of the client, you are not the auditor, and the client says, yeah, CA, hello, practicing CA Praveen, can you please help me to prepare balance sheet and P&L? Praveen is not the auditor, because if he is the auditor, he can't do it. Okay? Can you just help me to prepare balance sheet and P&L? Okay, help to prepare. I am not going to check anything over here. I am not going to express an opinion. All right. My report is not going to go to the third party, increasing their confidence. Okay, they want my help as an accountant and not as an examiner. That is SRS 4410 compilation engagements. But why I am giving these different examples to make you feel that in SRS category we are just going to give services to assist the client and it is going to be non-assurance engagement. I want a confirmation. Are you clear with this? Yes or no, sir? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So now my chart gets completed and now I can be very confidently saying this, that SRS category, it is non-assurance. All right. So my dear friends, it is my humble request that after the chart gets completed, so you have now SQC, SA, SRE, SAE and SRS. Please write down this difference between audit and review, very basic difference between audit and review. So these are like supporting notes to the chart. Very basic difference between audit and review. You know, all of this will help you on the last day revision. If you have one notebook where everything is covered nicely, you will feel better. You write that Raju is a good boy, Raju is not a bad boy also, so that at least you will have basic grip over the English that is required. Then later on we will make it very technical. Okay, okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.50. Done. Chalo. Now write down this assurance levels. Assurance levels, you should have this with you. In my every batch, I develop these notes. So I can just show the notes from the previous batch and finish these lectures faster. But that is not going to help. If I write in front of you, then you will develop the confidence that even you can write. There is a method of studying. Otherwise, even ChatGPT can explain the concepts to you. Okay. And one thing is very clear, that SQC is applicable across all engagements. Write down this in big bold letters. Whether you are performing SA, SRE, SAE or SRS does not matter. No matter whatever work you are doing, no matter whatever engagement you are performing, SQC is always applicable across all engagements. SQC is always applicable across all engagements. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Chalo. Now what we are going to do is, we will actually start with one category. Alright, sir, what is that category? Sir, the elephant in the room. No, don't look at me. Elephant in the room means standards on auditing. Sir, how many standards? See, I'll give you just, I'll just give you the gist. So SQC we have 1. SAs, we have 38 SAs. SRE 2 standards. SAE 3. And SRS 2, so 38, 40, 45 and 46. Alright, so we are going to start with this category, which is the biggest category. So total there are 11 chapters. Alright, total there are 11 chapters. And 7 chapters you will see dedicated to SAs and SQCs. SA, SQC is covered under the first 8 chapters. and then you will see 1 chapter 9, 10 and 11 for these categories. All right, that is how the chapter wise standards they have given. Okay, so now everyone over here, we'll start with the very first category, and that is standards on auditing. Please take a fresh page. Just let me finish 1 or 2 concepts more, and then I'll give you 3-4 minutes breather, don't worry. All right. Standards on auditing. Okay. Now, before I start with standards on auditing, tell me, let me just give you one very basic example. Chalo. This is just rough work. Let us say that CA Raju, I'll use different name just to identify. CA Ajay is a practicing CA, and there is one proprietor Thangabali. Alright. So proprietor Thangabali is doing textile business. Alright. And Thangabali wants a bank loan. And that is why he wants to get done one voluntary audit of financial statements. I repeat, not a statutory audit. Voluntary audit of his financial statements. Now, when I say financial statements, assume I'm talking about historical financial statements only. Alright, so voluntary audit of the historical financial statements. And for that, he appoints Ajay as an auditor. He appoints Ajay as an auditor. My question to you is CA Ajay mandatorily required to follow standards on auditing? There are 38 standards. Alright. My question to you is CA Ajay compulsorily, mandatorily required to follow standards on auditing? Y for yes, N for no. What do you think? It's a voluntary audit. This is not a statutory audit. Or you can also say C for can't say. Alright. Okay. Now let us say that proprietor Thangabali says that, hello Ajay, I want you to give me audit report, but based upon my requirement. Alright. You can follow your generally accepted audit procedures, but not necessarily every single essay. So he wants a little customized audit to be done as per his requirement. Customized audit to be done as per his requirement. Alright. Boss, please tell Thangabali, alright, that there is one Bahubali, and that is ICAI. So we cannot go against them. Obviously, is Ajay mandatory required to follow essays? Whenever you are conducting audit of historical financial information, any engagement which talks about audit of historical financial information, essays are mandatory. Sir, but where it is written that essays are mandatory? Under which section? This is proprietor, man. This is proprietor. The Companies Act is not applicable to him. Under which section it is written that it is mandatory to follow essays? Let me tell you, there is no section. But this is prescribed under preface to auditing pronouncements. My dear friends, there is one book called as Auditing Pronouncements. In that there is this preface, which is the first page. There itself it is written. Do you remember Inter CA first chapter? Auditing is an independent examination of financial information of any entity, whether profit oriented or not, irrespective of its size or legal form, when such an examination is conducted with a view to express an opinion thereon. Do you recollect that? Yes or no, sir? Yes, sir. Sir, where is this definition given? This definition is given in preface to auditing pronouncements. Why is this definition given? That means whether there is any entity, whether profit oriented or not, irrespective of its size or legal form, that means you have to follow essays. Alright. So everyone over here, it is prescribed under preface to auditing pronouncements that irrespective of the entity, alright, essays are mandatory. Alright, so what you can do is, you can just name this as applicability of standards auditing. Come on, start writing. You can just name this as applicability of standards auditing. And this is the difference between old course and new course. Let us say till November 23, which is old course, which is now very old already, considering we are much ahead now. So there we used to have some direct questions. Whereas you guys, alright, I really respect, I respect more the students from May 24 till November 23, obviously they also had my lot of respect. But May 24 onwards, my God, every single concept they tried to put it in case study. Alright, so this is just one case study. Okay. So CA Ajay, I'll make you write lot of things in the first 3-4 lectures. Then we'll be writing summary charts, because I want to ensure that your notebook is of reasonable size, which we can cover it on the day of exams. But first, I want to be 100% confident that you are aware about basic concepts. Only then you will enjoy standards. So when I introduced the subject to you, I told you that there is one chapter, professional ethics, of 16 marks. So many professors in the first lecture, they start with professional ethics because it is very interesting. Let me tell you, you will fall in love with that topic. You know, do's and don'ts of a chartered accountant and stuff, because it really helps to get admissions when your first lecture is of professional ethics. It's a full blockbuster topic. But I don't do that because I'm very confident on standards. I know that even standards are very interesting. It is just that how you put it in front of the students. Okay. Done? At least this much you have written? Okay. Now this is the main content, that any engagement, audit of historical financial information, essays are mandatory. Sir, where it is given? It is not given in any section. It is prescribed under preface to auditing pronouncements. So irrespective of the entity, essays are mandatory. Irrespective of the entity, essays are mandatory. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Now, everyone over here. Everyone over here. I hope you have written this applicability part. Now, listen to me. I'm going to introduce around 10 to 12 basic concepts. So, I name this entire segment of what I'm going to teach now. We name it as Essay Basics. Alright, we name it as Essay Basics because these 10 to 12 concepts will help me very much when I'm teaching all the standards. You will love connecting with all the standards because you know what, from May 24 onwards, alright, what has changed in the new syllabus? You would see all the MTPs, RTPs, they are connecting 3-4 topics, alright, and creating a case study. Now when they are connecting 3-4 topics and creating a case study, we need to ensure that we are following it properly, boss. Alright. Now, if you want to see the entire set of 46 standards as one unit, alright, that requires conceptual understanding. Okay. So, we should have that ability to connect various standards. And for that, Essay Basics very, very important. Chalo, so very first concept in Essay Basics. Come on, man. You have used this word n number of times in inter CA level, that is applicable financial reporting framework. Yeah, AFRF, all that nostalgic feeling of inter CA, applicable financial reporting framework. Okay, sir, why you are introducing this word? Tell me, as an auditor, what is your main job? To verify whether financial statements are prepared properly as per, let us say if it is a company, then as per Schedule 3 Ind AS, if it is a listed entity, Schedule 3 Ind AS. Alright, you want to ensure that whatever are the applicable formats, whatever are the applicable accounting policies, accounting standards, that financial statements are prepared accordingly. Alright. So what is the meaning of applicable financial reporting framework? The guideline based upon which entity is required to prepare the financial statements. Write down please. Guideline based upon which entity is required to prepare the financial statements. Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Alright. Now listen to me. See, currently when I look at you as a student. Alright. But when your parents look at you, they look at you as their child. Alright, like son, daughter. Okay. That means the same person is being viewed from two different angles. So there are two different angles of looking at financial statements. One is financial statements can be classified based upon the purpose. And second, financial statements can be classified based upon the nature of framework. Sir, what is this? We are not understanding. Give me 2 minutes. No, give me 2 minutes. You will understand. Today, if I am going to Shark Tank India, all right, you have heard about this reality show Shark Tank India? Okay. So today, if I am going to Shark Tank India, and if Namita requires, Namita is my crush basically. All right. Sir, what is this? Sir, Namita. Everyone will have their crush according to their age, you know. All right. So let us say Namita is my crush. So let us say my company's name is Glow Commerce Learning Private Limited. So let us say Namita says that Pragnesh, the financial statements of Glow Commerce Learning Private Limited, which are prepared based upon Schedule 3 and accounting standards, that is not acceptable to me. I want you to prepare a separate set of financial statements only for me. Alright. I said, Namu, specially for you, I will make a set of financial statements. You just tell me your requirement. So she gave me a set of 15 points to be covered in the financial statements. So I am going to make the financial statements specially designed for Namita. Alright, only she is the user of that. This is customized financial statements prepared only as per the needs of Namita. Such kind of financial statements are called as SPFS. Special purpose financial statements. I just gave you one example of purpose. Alright. Second, students, this whatever balance sheet, P&L, Reliance Industries Limited, Tata's and stuff, whatever they publicly, whatever you see, their balance sheet, P&L, their financials. Tell me, are they made for one or two users or for all the users? Obviously for all the users in common. Alright. So they are called as GPFS. General purpose financial statements. So general purpose financial statements to serve common financial information needs of all users, and special purpose financial statements to serve specific financial information needs of the intended users. To serve specific financial information needs of the intended users. So one is to serve common financial information needs of all users, and second to serve specific financial information needs of the intended users. Sir, listen to me very carefully. Everyone, hello. It is not only important to know the words in audit, it is also important how to describe them. And as a professor, I ensure that I stick to module language. You can take 5-10 minutes extra to understand the language, but you have to achieve the level of module language only. For example, I can also finish this lecture by saying, general purpose financial statements are financial statements which are prepared generally for everyone. Special purpose financial statements are financial statements prepared specially only for selected users. You will get 0 in exams if you use this language. So, my humble request to you is that ensure that you keep writing things properly. Just because you may know the meaning of GPFS or SPFS, just in your own mother tongue or in simple English, that will not ensure the marks. I am making it very clear from the first lecture. So don't give me that shit that actually my concepts are very good. Only language is the problem. Then in your FM paper, can you just do something like this? Just understand the formula conceptually, all right, and don't write it in the exams. Okay, and write it in your own numerics. In DT and stuff, just understand conceptually. Don't write the section number, all right, and don't write it in legal English. Come on, man. When you understand in FM, formula is required. When you understand in DT, sections are required. Then why can't you understand that in audit also some words are required? All right. So everyone over here, I hope you are promising to write in the module language only. Chalo. So one more time, financial statements, one, based upon the purpose, general purpose financial statements and special purpose financial statements. And second is based upon the nature of framework. This is very interesting, very, very interesting. Listen to me very carefully. Again, first what I will do is I will give you one very simple personal life example, and then I will take you to the corporate example. Okay. You know, there are two types of people. One, when they wake up in the morning, they will dress nicely, all right, and they will ensure that all the color contrasting and everything is done nicely, all right. There will this watch and this all the things that they are wearing, the perfume, all right, all the color combination of the shoes and light makeup, everything will be done in a very synchronized manner, all right. So one category, all right, which will wear clothes, which will ensure that they have nice perfumes, good color combination, all right, everything is synchronized, so their hair done properly, all right, shoes and stuff, everything nicely synchronized. Then there is other category of people who will just think what is required to get out of this house. Clothes required? Yes. Shoes, slipper required? Yes, done. They are not worried about how they are smelling. They are not worried about their color combinations. They are not worried about any kind of other synchronization. They are just doing the bare minimum stuff. What are the rules of this society? That you cannot go out without clothes. Okay, then wear clothes. And you will need shoes, slippers so that you don't burn your legs. That's it. There are these two categories of people. Come on, everyone type, you are from first category or second category? I am from second category. All right. This is the first lecture, so I just thought that little bit I will, be very presentable. Second lectures onwards, you will see my hair in this manner. Okay. Now listen to me. Okay. There are these two types of people. Now, similarly, there are two types of financial statements also. One is called as fair presentation framework. And second one is called as compliance framework. Sir, can you be more specific? Yes, you have to give me 1 or 2 minutes to explain. All right. In fair presentation framework, obviously, even this person was wearing clothes and wearing shoe slippers. All right. So whatever is the society rule, that he was following. Additionally, he was taking more effort to be more presentable. All right, to be more presentable, to be more acceptable. So listen to me, everyone over here. In fair presentation framework, it is a framework which requires compliance. Yes, it requires compliance, means bare minimum things you are supposed to do. Framework which requires compliance with the requirements. Additionally, there is a responsibility on the management to provide additional disclosures. Please stay connected. This is very important concept. In order to achieve fair presentation. Sir, can you please give an example from audit subject now? Yes. Tell me, everyone. And trust me, you have to answer very honestly. When you are attending your FR lecture, even if in interest also, if you have attended accounts lecture, and when you are preparing company final accounts, whatever is required by schedule 3, all right, professor will always ask you to do it nicely. Additionally, if there are additional adjustments, can I say that you end up writing additional notes to accounts? Yes or no, sir? Yes or no, sir? Yes, sir. Why do you write those additional notes when it is not required by schedule 3? Still the professor is telling you to write additional notes, even though it is not required by schedule 3. Because if you download schedule 3 today, after the lecture you can try, in schedule 3 there is one line. These disclosures are minimum disclosures. Management is responsible to provide additional disclosures in order to explain the effect of material transactions and events. These additional disclosures can form part of the notes to accounts. Why this line is given in schedule 3? That you are not only supposed to wear the clothes and the shoes and slippers. These are the basic requirements that we have already prescribed. That much you are always supposed to do. Additionally, you have the responsibility to look acceptable, to look presentable. So please take additional effort to achieve fair presentation. Please take additional effort to achieve fair presentation. And that is why Schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013 and the combination of AS Ind AS, this is an example of fair presentation framework. This is an example of fair presentation framework. The name itself will be very clear that this framework is not only focused on just preparing the financial statements. This framework is focused on fair presentation. I want a confirmation. Are you understanding this? Yes or no, sir? Yes, sir. Now listen to me very carefully. If you see I don't know whether in practical life you have seen this or not. Cooperative society accounts. All right. Cooperative society accounts are made based upon some state law. Mostly Maharashtra, Gujarat, West Bengal. I have seen they have their own state cooperative society act. Achha, and these cooperative society accounts, very interesting fact, these cooperative society accounts are made based upon the format which is prescribed by the registrar of the cooperative society. So at the district level, regional level, state level, central level, there are registrars. All right. So under those registrars, the society is registered. So those registrars will prescribe a format. And let me tell you, all of these cooperative societies, they are just required to prepare the financial statements based upon that format. That's it. There is no additional responsibility on them to provide additional disclosures in order to achieve fair presentation. That means registrar just wants them to wear clothes and to wear their shoes and slippers, to do their hair and the perfume and the color combination, all right, and all the synchronization, that those kind of requirements are not given by the registrar. That means the bare minimum that they are supposed to do is just comply. That is compliance framework. Focused only on that, okay, you just comply whatever I have said, that's it. There is no additional responsibility on you to provide additional disclosures in order to achieve fair presentation. So if you can see the meaning of compliance framework, if you can see the meaning of compliance framework, and if you can understand this, it is a framework which requires compliance It is the framework which requires compliance with the requirements. That's it. That's it. I am just writing this for your understanding. It is a framework which requires compliance with the requirements and nothing extra. Alright. That means, actually you can just write one example. Best example is cooperative society accounts. Best example is cooperative society accounts. That means there is no additional responsibility on the management to provide additional disclosures in order to achieve fair presentation. Now listen to me, the end of this concept is very important. Alright, this movie of AFRF is going to end with a very bad, with a loud bang. Alright, everyone over here, why we are learning this concept? Why we are learning this concept? That I am going to explain now. Everyone over here, listen to me. When you are preparing audit report, and when you are expressing an opinion, you know, there is a very big misunderstanding among CA final students that whenever auditor is expressing an opinion, he will always use the word true and fair view. The answer is wrong. Let me tell you, there are two ways of expressing opinion. One is where we say financial statements show a true and fair view. Second, we say financial statements present fairly. Alright. But let me tell you, if you download cooperative society audit report, you will not see the word fair. Because cooperative society accounts did not take any effort to achieve fair presentation. So there the opinion will sound something like this. Financial statements are materially prepared as per applicable financial reporting framework. Students, you see over here I am not using the word that financial statements are showing a true and fair view. These kind of statements are used in compliance framework financial statements. And these kind of statements are used in fair presentation framework financial statements. This is why it is very important for you to understand. In inter-CA level, in all the case studies, you were getting company audit, company audit, company audit, company audit, audit of X limited, audit of Alpha limited, audit of this limited, audit of that limited. So whenever in inter-CA you studied the word opinion, you always end up writing financial statement show true and fair view, true and fair view, true and fair view, true and fair view. Why? Because company final accounts are prepared based upon Schedule 3 and Schedule 3 is a fair presentation framework. So 99% of time you end up saying true and fair view, true and fair view, true and fair view, true and fair view. So you feel that in every audit report we have to keep on writing true and fair view. Whereas if you get in your exams that this entity has prepared financial statements based upon compliance framework, then you cannot use the word true and fair view, because there was no additional effort taken to achieve fair presentation. I want a final confirmation. Are you clear with this? Yes or no, sir? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very good. Very good. Write down, please. I'll just so tell me, you had written the meaning of applicable financial reporting framework? These 2 lines? No? Okay. Based upon the purpose, yes. All right, so that means only this much is pending based upon nature of framework. Fair presentation framework, compliance framework. So you know, the very first step in any question will be to see whether it is a fair presentation framework or compliance framework. If the question is silent, we assume it is the fair presentation framework only. Fair presentation framework, compliance framework. Fair presentation framework, framework which requires compliance with the requirements. So yes, schedule 3 also requires that you should follow schedule 3. Framework which requires compliance with the requirements. Framework which requires compliance with the requirements. Okay. Additionally, there is a responsibility on management to provide additional disclosures. There is a responsibility on management to provide additional disclosures. Responsibility on management to provide additional disclosures. In order to achieve fair presentation. In order to achieve fair presentation. In order to achieve fair presentation. Example, Schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013 plus AS Ind AS. Best example is company final accounts only for fair presentation framework. Compliance framework. Framework which requires compliance with the requirements. So that much is always there. Framework which requires compliance with the requirements. And ... means nothing extra. No, there is no other additional requirement by that framework. So you know what? When you are revising audit subject, you should start using these things in your daily life. Bro, I think this person is fair presentation framework. Look at all that color combination. Look at all that color combination. Look at how nicely that person is dressed. Right? So even if you are flirting, flirt in audit language. No? Hey, shit, look at this, the compliance framework. Thank God at least wearing clothes. So you will end up revising also. The other person will not even understand that you are insulting or appreciating. Alright. Okay. Example, cooperative society accounts. Audit report. Opinion. when you are expressing opinion, if you are expressing opinion under a fair presentation framework, you will use the line financial statements show a true and fair view, or financial statements present fairly. That is your fair presentation framework. Where you can use these lines. That is why in company audit report normally we see these lines. And if you download cooperative society audit report, you will normally not see these lines. Sir, why are you using the word normally? See, it depends upon the state law. Na? If the state law has prescribed additional disclosures and stuff that there is a responsibility on the management, then it will become a fair presentation framework. But normally cooperative society accounts are compliance framework. So there you cannot use the word present fairly or true and fair view. So we'll go with financial statements are materially prepared as per applicable financial reporting framework. All right. Done. We are done with the concept of applicable financial reporting framework. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. The second concept. Okay. Write down overall objectives of independent auditor. I know this is inter CA, but at least we must all of us must be very clearly aware about the overall objectives of independent auditor. All of us must be very clearly aware about this. What are the overall objectives? Because it really makes me sad that students are remembering this in very basic knave language, like overall objective to express an opinion on financial statements, whether financial statements show a true and fair view. This is very basic. All right. So you should be, it should be at the tip of your tongue. Come on. What are the overall objectives of independent auditor? What is your objective when you are conducting audit of historical financial information? What is your objective? My objective is to obtain reasonable assurance. Sir, not to obtain, to provide. Na? Before I provide, first I need to obtain reasonable assurance. That means I must be satisfied that this is proper. Then I will be able to provide. So to obtain reasonable assurance. Come on, start writing with me. To obtain reasonable assurance. Obtain reasonable assurance on what? Whether financial statements are free from material misstatements. Whether financial statements are free from material misstatements. And most importantly, whether these financial statements are materially prepared as per applicable financial reporting framework. This is also not word by word. What I do is in my notes, we keep 80%, 90% module language. If I keep 100% module language, again you will run away. If I keep only 10% module language, you will like it, but the examiner will give you 0. So 80-90% we stick to module language. Whether these financial statements are materially prepared as per applicable financial reporting framework. See, this is the main job of the auditor. Huh? This is the purpose. This is his overall objective. All right. Then once he has done that, then he has to report on the financial statements. So he is going to form and express an opinion whether financial statements are materially prepared as per applicable financial reporting framework. So he is going to form and express an opinion whether financial statements are materially prepared as per applicable financial reporting framework. This will be in accordance with essays and auditor's findings. So when I am expressing an opinion, I will not just use any random audit format. It will be as per the standards on auditing and as per my findings. This will be as per standards auditing and as per my findings. Now, at least this much should be very clear. I know that from industry level, you know this conceptually. But this much should be very clear in writing, because this will help me a lot in developing a lot of answers. So let me just test your basic knowledge. Prevention and detection, or let me say, tell me whether I am correct or incorrect. C for correct, I for incorrect. Prevention and detection of fraud and error is the primary responsibility of the auditor. Incorrect. Prevention and detection of fraud and error is the primary responsibility of management. Correct. Okay. But tell me, one thing is very clear, that auditor can be held liable for fraud if it is proved that he was negligent. Correct. If it is proved that he was negligent, then he can be held liable for fraud. Okay. Tell me, auditor needs to maintain an attitude of, just type it in short, auditor needs to maintain an attitude of PS, correct, professional skepticism. Professional skepticism means questioning mind and maintaining alertness. Okay, fine. So these lines I am not giving you. Anyways, we will keep on reading these lines in various standards. All right. I just wanted some comfort that okay, you are aware about these lines. Chalo. So your two basic concepts of essays are done. All right. We will be covering more such essay basics. Every single concept is going to bring something new in front of you, or you will keep on revising something from inter-CA, and then we will finish one by one chapter of the standards. All right.